In the last video, I talked about the history of the Magma Arizona Railroad. I also mentioned several other railroads that were built for the purposes of mining throughout Arizona. But there is another one in particular that I feel is worth talking about just because of the nature of its operation, coupled with the fact that it was the first railroad in the state of Arizona. However, many, even among railroad enthusiasts, have never heard of it. This is the story of the Coronado Railroad. Our story begins in 1879 in a town called Morenci, Arizona. Copper mining's a pretty big deal in this area, and the Arizona Copper Company wanted to build a rail network from their mine at Morenci along Chase Creek to their smelter in Clifton. The resulting project was the Coronado Railroad. Though there's not much to say about its creation overall, it's more the operation aspect that I find interesting. The railroad's tracks were only 20 inches wide, making the Coronado the narrowest industrial railroad in the United States. It was also not incorporated separately from the mine, therefore it was not a common carrier under the ICC. Due to the steep mountains in the area, the railroad had to employ several funicular railways where cars would be pulled up an incline by ropes and pulleys, most notably the Coronado Incline, which is where the railroad got its name. The railroad also had a fleet of 10 locomotives, which were 040s, 042s, and 044s, all of which were built by the H.K. Porter Company in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which I also talked about in another video. Despite the successful nature of the railroad, after World War I, the mines began to dry up and operation became sporadic, until they eventually closed in 1932. Though much of their locomotives and rolling stock have survived into preservation in various locations throughout Arizona, such as a locomotive dubbed Copperhead on display in Clifton, Arizona, which was actually rebuilt with pieces from several locomotives and donated in 1932, shortly after its closure. However, locomotives number 2, 5, and 7 were originally written off as scrap until 1990, when they were discovered abandoned on a hilltop near Safford, Arizona. All three were rescued with the help of a crane. Number 2 was sent to a museum in Phoenix, which is now closed. However, the locomotive itself is outside and can be viewed from the road. Number 5 was sent to a shopping center in Morenci, where it sits on static display. And number 7, dubbed the Rattlesnake by rail crews due to its noisy operation, is currently at Arizona Railway Museum undergoing restoration. Hang on, I think I've seen this somewhere before. And with that, thank you all for watching. I'm Tim the Train Guy, and bye for now.